This is your one and only Firespark81 with your daily dose of video goodness, and welcome back to the final episode of our epic community ship build mini-series. So we're going to do the same thing we've been doing. I'm going to read the comments, then we'll design the rooms. However, I'm going to wait till after the fact, after we're all done, and then we'll talk about each of the rooms instead of talking about them as we go. That's due to the fact that I had some slight technical difficulties, and so I had to get a little creative with my editing. So if the building portion of this looks a little strange too, that's why. A little bit of technical difficulties, but I worked my magic, figured it out. So let's get to it. So for room 1, I have chosen the Swedish Fox's comment. Swedish Fox says, I think number 1 should be a room with capsule for freezing down people in time. Kinda like May from Overwatch. I guess that's how you pronounce that? Me, May, me, something like that. Whatever the Frozen girl's name is, it would fit perfect. So I envision this room as a cryo chamber room. Room number 2 was actually 2 comments. It was a comment and a reply. First starts off with the Brothers 1, says that room 1, don't know, room 2 should be storage, and room 3 should be a lab. I took this comment for room 2, the storage option, because also Lunar Eye Gaming said, I also think room 2 should be storage for resources collected. And last but not least, for room 3, I chose Jacob Q. Jacob Q says room 3 is perfect for any big lab, and I thought, why not? Why not make it a lab? There were actually a bunch of comments that suggested that be a lab, so we're doing it up. Okay, that was some fun building. So as you can see, I finished the elevator here as I said I would, so we can call the elevator down and we can then get in it and take it to the different floors. We can also call it to different floors. So if I pop up here, we can now call it to whatever floor we want. However, the buttons behind some of these doors, we don't have one to call it on this side. You need to call the elevator. You have to go over here to the engine room. A little wonky, but I didn't really have any place to put it because it's such a tight fit here. So for this room, this stasis room, honestly, this room should extend all the way down. Like, I know it's a pretty basic room, but it should be. It's just human storage or whatever race you're playing. It's people storage. So it honestly should extend down through the bar. And if I was creating this ship from scratch and wasn't doing the whole like piece by piece and was actually planning it out, that's what would have happened. It would have just been a huge storage area. And I know there's actual stasis pods in the game, like the Apex stasis pods, but I didn't want to use those. I wanted something that you could actually get into. So if you're playing with your friends or whatever and you're on your ship and you want to do a little role playing, you can actually get inside these pods, which is really neat. This elevator is super basic. I didn't wire it up like crazy. If you're on the bottom, you can call it to, or hit these buttons to go to each of the floors, and then you can hit the top one to go all the way back down. If it's on, say, this floor here, or the top floor, you can call it back down with this button. Super basic little elevator platform, nothing serious. It's made to distribute people. And then each of the sides have like the little panels here that, are keeping a check on the 2 pods that they're connected to. Now, something really neat, and I'll show you here when we get to the top, is we're gonna change these rooms just slightly. We're gonna take a look at this room here before we take a look at this room. So with this room, these panels here, if you look, this panel here actually controls your stasis room over here. So when you want to shut down your stasis room, look at that. And the stasis room just went completely dark. Everything's off. All the little panels are off. The lighting's off and all of that. So the lab over here actually controls the stasis room, which is neat. I like interconnecting the rooms like that. And I wish I would have thought of that like a little bit beforehand. But I really like the interactive stuff, just in case you couldn't tell. So we have more interactive stuff here. This science lab room is full of interactive goodness. So if you take a look at this panel here, this actually shuts down all of this up here, your stasis pods. I like to think of these are called stasis pods, but I like to think of them more as like grow vats. So you can actually turn those on and off through this panel here. Then we can come over here. This guy's really neat because I actually used, and I did a spotlight on this, the RexMech item editor, and I changed what he says. So he says, do you have any subjects for me? Which is really neat because normally he says he hasn't got time for you or something like that, but he's actually like an item that you can place. He's not really an NPC. So is this guy. He's from the one mod that I'm using for the inventory. I don't remember which one it is. It extends the chest inventories and stuff like that. But he actually is from that mod, and he doesn't say anything. He gives you he sells you stuff. The enhanced storage, that's the mod he's from. So I duplicated him from the outpost and we brought him in here. So this guy is from the vanilla game, and I just edited what he says. So you click on him. Do you have any subjects? Once again, a little more interactive stuff in the room. None of this over here really is connected to, none of it's connected to anything. None of it does anything. It's all mainly for looksies and all that good stuff. Then we have these I decided to use some of the actual elevator platforms, the full ones. So we can hit this button here and it will take us up to the top. This one takes us back down. If the elevator is at the top, this button here will call the elevator back down for you. These are super easy to manage and to hook up. Nothing special with them. And then we come up here and we have like our little sciencey storage area where stuff is stored. You got your filing cabinet, your little watering, in case you need some water. And then I tried to make a ladder. There's no ladders in this game. I really wish there was like an actual ladder that you could place down, even if they were like set sizes or whatever. But no ladders. So anyway, a little janky looking ladder, but it comes up here and you have all of your filing storage that you for all your files that you keep records on all of your specimens. Then we have this. I line these buttons up. This button, it's the same setup as down here, except these buttons are stacked on top of each other instead of back and forth. Or on both sides. So we can click that and bring that up and down, and then clicking this will take you back down to the bottom. So let's write it on up here because I got something awesome to show you, some more interactive content. So you can see how I have this wired up. There's an invisible latch switch here. When you hit this, you can torture your subjects with whatever this could be, whatever you want it to be. You're gassing them, you're freezing them for cryo, whatever you want it to be. And the imagination's the limit there, but I just thought it was cool. If you notice, it automatically shuts the doors to seal you in, shuts this door to seal other people out, and then you blast them with whatever. And then we can hit that and open it back up, and then we can head on back down. Okay, let's go over and take a look at the storage area now. I did them out of order because I wanted to show you how the lab is connected to the cryo sleep area. Okay, and last but not least, we have the storage area. Now I know this door is kind of small, and we're actually going to finish up with something here because I had an idea mid making this that I wanted to do. So we're going to finish it up here in a second, but you have this little tiny door here, and you can't really get a ship in here. So what we need is kind of like a loading dock where you can land your ship and then unload the stuff. So we're going to build that here in a second. Let's take a look at our storage area though. So we have this panel that actually activates the door. It's a little further back. I wanted it a little bit way back, so you can, if invaders are coming or whatever, they have to get to like here, and it gives you a little bit of defense area. Then we have a normal, I didn't want to use one of those other elevators. This is just another platform elevator, and it works just like you would expect. Top button takes you up, bottom button takes you down, and that works on both ways, and it's nice and fast too, which is I like about it. But then we have just a ton of storage stuff, and I added like a little, random present in this just to kind of mix it up a little bit. If you notice, there's like a bag of trash over here. I tried to make it just as lifelike, I guess I could say, or as much realism as possible. This is just your catch-all. Like, you get something from an adventure and it's just thrown in here, however, wherever. So this panel actually controls these two monitors here. I imagine these two monitors being like your inventory, showing your inventory or all that, so you can see it from here or here. So yeah, that's about it. This is a pretty simple little area. I did the background a little bit different. I added in a window and all of that, so just good stuff all around. So now what I want to do, and what I was thinking, is we could actually take this platform across here. And if let's take our elevator, nope, I didn't want to do that, to the next floor. And what we'll do is we'll just ladder this down. Why can I not place you? Ugh. We'll ladder that down. It won't let you place it if it's there, but if the ladder's already there, then you can place it anyway. So then we can just, step down onto that. So let's go ahead and get this door open, and we'll go outside, and we're gonna build like a little landing pad area. So I'm gonna continue using the blocks that we have here, and what we're gonna do is we're just going to take this out like so, and then we're gonna do the same thing here. Take it out to here, and then we're going to switch up our blocks to this block, and nope, not that block, this block, and that should merge with those blocks. And we're going to take that out, and actually let's get our Fulbright on so we can see real well. And then we're going to take this on out a little bit further, just a little bit further. And that looks like a decent area for a smaller ship. You're not going to have a big ship. You're just going to have a little small ship. Oh, you know what would be cool? Let's get some neat lighting here. Do we have... I know the lighting that I want to use. We'll just put... Can I not put you there? Okay, you know what we'll do? I got a plan. Got a plan for this ship lighting. We're going to do this because there would be... Oh, not that high. There would be a railing. So that's going to be your background there, just a little bit of railing, and then we will put the ship light should now connect. Yeah. So then we're just going to place these. This way you can like flag in the ships so that they can see where to land. Now, did those have... Oh, they don't have anything for me to interact. It would be nice if we could turn them on or off. That would be cool, because then I would make them blink. But they don't, so it's fine. It'll look all right. So if we turn our Fulbright off, yeah, that's not too bad. So your ship would land here, and then you can unload the cargo into the cargo area. Oh, you know what else we could do, which would be neat? Okay, so I grabbed a few parts, and I have an idea. So let's take... let's see here. Not sure how to go about building this. I want to do like a crane. So let's see. Can we just build up here? And then we'll build... Oh, nope, not like that. Build this up here and get rid of that. We'll just clip through there, and then we'll put a piece across like this and a piece across like this and build it up. And then let's build this one up a little bit higher and build out across. Come on, work with me here. And build that out and across like so. So there we go. So that's that. Just a little something extra there for our loading dock. You know, that way the crane can unload stuff if you need it to. If not, then it's no big deal. We're in space. But yeah, so that's that. So that's going to be it for our community. Oh, we got a little lag there. Our community ship build. Let's take one more pass from the beginning and take a look at how far we've come through this thing. So we have our main deck here. This is the control center. This is what steers the ship. This is what makes sure we don't crash into anything when we're traveling through hyperspace. We have our gun area where we load up our soldiers and all of that stuff. A little bit of targeted practice up here at the top. We have our penguin biggie here to hook us up with anything we may need. Our anvil, all of that good stuff. And then we come over here, we have our escape pods, which are actually interactable. We can hit the button, it will drop the escape pods out, and we can escape. We have some extra spacesuits just in case we need them. Then we can take this elevator on up here to the next floor. We have our area where our crew can sleep on your average day-to-day. And then we have the heart here, the comms room. This is what takes care of all the communications, tells, you know, the crew over there in the helm where we're headed, tells them when we have incoming signals, all of that good stuff. We have our little rec area here where people could just chill out, relax, they can get a bite to eat, all of that good stuff. They can play some video games, and the only eating on this ship is through vending machines. We never did build a kitchen, which is kind of hilarious. There's actually a dead spot over to the left here in the bottom corner. I may make like a little tiny kitchen at some point, but yeah, so you get your little rec area. We have the captain's quarters / observatory here. You know, your captain just comes up here, relaxes, he takes a break, he can look out and, you know, see what's going on. He's got all of his books and everything like that, all of his knowledge that he's collected throughout his exploration. And then we come on over this way. We can take this up to the next floor. We have our mega death ray here. This thing is a one shot and done. Whatever ship it hits is going to be done for. It's going to bust straight through their shields and they're going to die and blow up instantly. We have our main control for the mega death ray right here, and little panels and stuff. None of this this was before I started making everything super interactive. There is a little bit of interactivity. We can hit this and charge it up one, or we can hit this button here, actually charges it, you know, gives it a full charge. If you had another person over here that hit the button at the same time, it would actually fire off, but it doesn't because I'm not two people. Then we have our cryo sleep area where the passengers can be put into cryo sleep for long periods of time. And let's go down here, let's call our elevator down. And we can get in the elevator. We can pop off here to the old Beak Easy. You know, after a long trip or to a planet or whatever, you just want to come back. You've done a bunch of killing of monsters and stuff. You just want to come back and have a drink and relax before you call it a night. There's 2 entrances to that. Then we have our awesome engine room. I actually have it locked down right now. We can turn that off, and this will count down, and it actually will fire every 5 seconds, counts in, you know, or for 4 or 5 seconds, and counts off. What do we hook that to? Oh, that's right, we hook that to the lights. This is your alarm system. If anything's going bad, your alarms will go off. Okay, let's go up to the top, and then we have our storage area with all of our storage goodies, and then last but not least, we have our awesome lab. All right, well, I hope you guys enjoyed this mini series. If you did, let me know in the comments. We may do another one. We could do, there's a ton of stuff we could do with this. I like these community builds. They're tons of fun. So that's going to wrap it up for this video. Before I go, I want to give a quick shout out to my Firestarter crew. Thanks so much for hitting that notification bell and being the first to comment. Also to my Patreon supporters, thank you so much for all of your support. You guys help out the channel so much. If you would like to help support this channel through Patreon, please check out the link in the description below. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment down below and let me know what you thought. If you're shy and you don't like to comment, just hit that thumbs up button and show your support. Until next time, thanks for watching.